this video, we're going to have a look at substitution involving negative fractions and negative decimals. Substitution involves replacing pronumerals with given values and evaluating expressions. If a equals negative 2/3 and b equals negative 3/4, let's find a plus b, replacing or substituting a for negative 2/3 and b with negative 3/4. To be able to add or subtract fractions, they need common denominators. Equivalent fractions are negative 8/12 plus negative 9/12. Adding a negative is the same as subtracting. That is, negative 8/12 take away negative 9/12. We'd be left with negative 17/12. You could leave your answer as an improper fraction or convert it to a mixed number, negative 1 and 5/12. Let's now find AB. Recall that this means A times B in algebra. That is negative 2/3 times negative 3/4. A negative times a negative is a positive. Here I won't bother cancelling. 2 times 3, 6 over 3 times 4, 12, which simplifies to positive 1/2. 2a minus b. That is 2 times a, negative 2/3, minus b, negative 3/4. 2 times negative 2/3 is negative 4/3, and taking away a negative is the same as adding, so I'm just going to write plus 3/4. Again, we need equivalent fractions with common denominators. Negative 16/12 plus 9/12. If I was at negative 16/12 on a number line and I move 9 spots to the right, I'd be left at negative 7/12. Let's try slightly trickier ones. Here we have bracket negative 2 times a. A was negative 2/3, all squared. A negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 2/3 is 4/3 squared. That is 4/3 times 4/3. 4 times 4 is 16 over 9, which could simplify to a mixed number as 1 and 7/9. But here we haven't got brackets. We have negative 2a squared. That is, it's negative 2 times a squared. Replacing a with negative 2/3 and rewriting it exactly the same. Order of operations, we'll do the indice first. Negative 2 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 is positive 4/9. Negative 2 times 4/9, the answer will be negative 8/9. Now let's have a go at substitution with decimals. If c equals negative 0.4 and d is positive 0.5, let's find c plus d, replacing c, replacing d. Negative 0.4 plus 0.5, if you imagine on a number line you're moving to the right, you will go over 0 and finish at 0.1. CD, recall it means multiplication. Negative 0.4 times 0.5. I'm going to convert these to fractions. Negative 4 on 10 times 5 on 10. Multiplying the fractions, I get negative 20 over 100. Since the question is regarding decimals, I then put my answer back in decimals as negative 0.2. That is 20 divided by 100. And our last example, 2c minus d. Substituting c and d. Here I'll do the multiplication while still in decimals, because 2 times negative 0.4 is easy. Negative 0.8 minus 0.5. In fact, I don't need to convert to fractions at all. Negative 0.8 take away 0.5, moving to the left on the number line. I'll finish up at negative 1.3. And there's a quick summary on substitution involving negative fractions and decimals.